And we're recording.
Welcome to another episode of Paisa Life podcast with your host, like always, your man Bugs,
Holla.
and it's your boy O.
Yes.
That's like the sixth name I've had, but I think that's the one we're gonna keep. It's one letter. It's simple. No one's gonna forget that.
We're going to test run this. We're going to see how it goes.
Yeah,
and then we're going to
exactly.
take it from there. You know, you got to beta test everything. You can't
Exactly.
you can't just make a decision and assume it's going to be right
Mhm.
every single time, you know.
So write in the comments whether you think this is the name I should stick with. Let me know.
And definitely, if you hear this, write anything in the comments.
Anything.
We're liking the very little interaction we get, but it's cool, you know. This way we get an idea of, you know, what exactly it is, how we're connecting pretty much, you know.
At this point, I'll even welcome trolling. Anything is good. Any activity.
It would be sharing and reposting would be
That would be better.
Yeah. But we also have a SoundCloud now, so
We do.
finally
So
have
check
a
us out.
SoundCloud. I don't know the URL thingy as
Be-
of right now, but it's somewhere on the Facebooks, I think. You know,
Somewhere.
once we figure it out,
We'll let you know.
We'll give you the info, but that's how it's going like right now.
So we have a lot of ground to cover this week because this was a crazy week.
Yeah, I feel like from the moment we stopped recording, that's when like crazy shit just started happening. Because as soon as we stopped recording, I think that's when the Dallas thing was going on.
So just to recap a little bit of what happened last week, we spoke a little bit on the guy that got shot in, was it Louisiana?
Yeah, Alton Sterling.
Alton Sterling. But actually, before that, there was another guy who had killed at a traffic stop.
Oh yeah, the girl that was
Facebook
streaming live. The
Live.
thing. Yeah.
And apparently this guy got shot because he was reaching for his gun. He actually told the officer, I have a weapon, I have it with a permit, and I'm reaching for my wallet. And the moment he reached for his wallet, he got shot.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And then the next day, the Alton Sterling thing happened. And then, was it a day later, maybe?
Yeah,
There was a
Dallas,
protest in Dallas, and a sharpshooter killed, was it 5 cops?
Well, I don't even know details. All I know was people was shooting cops,
Yeah.
and then there was a whole.
Yeah, it was a
'cause
sniper.
Yeah, it was pretty much after. I feel like that whole event got covered up by people posting arguments of, you know, non-cops versus cop lives, who
Yeah,
matters,
pretty
things
much.
like that, instead of asking for details like who are these
Yeah.
people, why are they doing this, you know. Like, I don't really watch too much news because I feel like it gets bad ideas stuck in your head, and then you're running around the whole day thinking, oh, they're gonna get me, you know, someone's
Yeah.
out, I'm gonna run into the crazy, you know.
Well, when that happened, I actually activated my old Facebook, where I have most of like 300, 400 friends, just to see what was going on. And my whole timeline, everybody was taking sides. Everybody had a little opinion. And there was this one girl in particular that posted something that caught my attention, and she wrote something about how unjust the United States system was, how it's terrible to live here. And I actually went into the comments, and you can imagine there was people agreeing with her. Were they really agreeing with her, or are they low-key trying to smash, and they were just telling her what she wanted to hear? There's a couple guys that had the same opinion that I did, and it's like, listen, yeah, it's bad, but we come from a third world country where this kind of thing happens all the time, and you really got to count your blessings because this isn't that bad compared to some of the things that we have to experience living where we're from.
Like, not even just that. Like I mentioned last time, the whole being detained and stuff. Like, you get treated like shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like even here. But that again, that's because we're not U.S. citizens and we
Right.
don't get the same rights.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
that whole thing. But you know, yeah, like where we're from, that's all of this happens on the regular. We're actually kind of happy that people actually get upset about this. You know, 'cause where
Yeah.
we're from, people don't bring up. You
No,
know,
did
nah.
you hear that thing that happened in Oaxaca with the teachers?
Oh yeah. That's crazy, bro.
So I don't really know much about it. Maybe you can help me out a little bit. From what I know, is just that there was a teacher strike in the in Mexico, a place called Oaxaca, and there was peaceful protests, such like the ones in Dallas. And then the police actually went and shot the protesters. They killed a bunch of teachers, and then the government was like, "Whoops," and it kind of just swept it under the rug.
Like, yeah, let's
Like, you know what happens if you go against us.
let's talk football, yo. Let's talk about
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
whoever's playing sports. You know, watch
Exactly.
your novelas. You know, and again, it's all about the media. You know, the media
Yeah.
really puts in your mind what they want to what they want you to have in your mind, you know, because at the end of the day, you're the product they're selling, you know, because they're selling commercials.
Right.
So they want to keep people glued to screen, so they know they have the eyeballs, you know, so
Right.
they can
Okay.
sell those views, you know.
Why do you think this was such a big deal? Why did it strike so many people? I mean, because we've seen the shootings before. Why was it so bad this time?
Like we said, it makes people choose a side. It puts you either on the side of I like cops or I don't like cops. You know, when like I said, the real question should be, you know, why are these things happening?
Right.
You know, because again, everyone's always gonna find the silver lining on their story. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because that's, you know, the life they know, and those are the experiences they can, you know, base it by. You know, but at the end of the day, a lot of these people, they just, you know, again, people wanna pick sides. You know, they
Right.
like they like that whole counter argument to what somebody else says because I think so and I believe this and that, and it's just, you know, we're designed to want to argue, bro. You know, humans, for as long as we've been alive, we argue, we fight. You know, that's why we get enjoyment out of, you know, fist fighting. Sometimes, you
Right.
know, we get
Right.
enjoyment out of debates. You know, we love sporting events.
Confrontation.
Yeah, competitions just put in us, because if we don't compete, bro, then, you know, we don't progress. We don't
That's
get
true.
better. You know.
You know what? I think the reason why it had such a big impact was because that kind of thing isn't supposed to happen here. This is a first world country, and that's like a third world thing to happen.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's why it was
yeah.
such
Like
a big deal, I think.
the size of the violence was tremendous.
Mhm.
You know, don't get it twisted. You know, we're not saying it's not bad, because trust me, it is. You know,
Yeah.
they were using big guns to take
Yeah.
out big targets. So
That's
you
right.
know, yeah. So at the end of the day, it makes people realize that the world is real. You know,
That's what it is because not for nothing, Americans don't really know what fear is. I mean, when was the last time they really had a taste of fear? 9/11 maybe? That was the last time when shit got really real.
or the next time they were around somebody of color when they had
And,
to lock their doors.
yeah, pretty, yeah, exactly.
You know,
But that's what it is. Americans are so comfortable living here that they don't realize what fear really is. And this thing it's a small thing. When you look at the spectrum of violence in other countries, it's a small thing.
yeah, because a lot of people, when anything happens in this country, the cops usually show up, you know, and 9 out of 10 times, you know, the cops will try to solve
Yeah.
the problem, because at the end of the day, it's paperwork for them. You know, everything is paperwork for them.
Yeah.
You know, so they want to just get to whatever it is. You know, because again, if you really think about most of the calls they get, it's not, you know, high action stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it's like traffic things. You know, someone bumped into someone. You know, things like that. How many stolen reports you think there are a day?
Right.
You know, and they're not really gonna put effort into solving crimes. Like right now, we all know that police departments make money.
Yeah.
They make money, you know, and they're just pretty much, you know, again, they're regular people. That's the thing everyone forgets to mention, you know, when picking a side, you know, it's that we're judging regular people on
Yeah.
being human, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
and whether it's the victims or the people that are attacking, or, you know, we just gotta realize that
Yeah.
it's human nature
Yeah,
for
exactly.
someone to want to take somebody out because they're in a higher position of power.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, but you got to put yourself in their position. And you have a family, you have a wife, you have 2 kids at home. Are you really gonna let this guy take that away from you?
Oh, of course not. No,
So
no.
it's either you kill him or he kills you. And in that
Yeah.
moment of just the adrenaline is pumping, you really don't have time to think. It's just muscle memory.
It does. It
Then
happens, yeah.
unfortunately, bad things happen.
That's why I love fist fighting, bro. Because at the end of the day, you fist fight whoever you got beef with, and
Yeah.
you know, you move it past that.
People are afraid of fist fight now. That's why.
Oh yeah, like the pacification of the nation, bro, is a
Yo,
real
how
thing,
much
bro.
do you think it's because of World Star? Because they don't want to be put on blast. That they don't want
I
to
mean,
fight.
recently.
Yeah, I
more,
think that I'm pretty sure
yeah,
there's been more shootings.
as of right now, probably. But I think just overall, the people want. I mean, the whole country wants to emasculate, you know, men. You know, because everyone is against men. You know, women hate men. You know,
Everybody
the
hates men.
LGBT community hates men. You know, and the people that get hated the most is white men.
Yeah,
But you know, at least we're
it's
not.
it's a bad time for the white patriarchy right now.
Yeah, yeah, you know, but again, if you think about it, they're a majority. So, you know,
So yeah, it makes sense.
and white people, they got each other's back. You know,
Yeah.
they're not gonna have anybody else's back. Well, they're gonna have their back.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Do you
so.
ever feel like police bait people into being violent though?
Sometimes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were younger, we would get harassed by the cops, and
all the time.
I would always hear them. He was like, "Oh man, I would just love to see you guys just kill each
Yeah.
other off." I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, I
I
agree with you, but I don't. You know.
one of the funniest interactions I had with a cop was maybe I want to say 6, 7 years ago. This is before I really could drive, so I must have been 17, 16. And I remember I was with my boy Oso. Shout out to Oso. And he was driving my mom's car, and we were driving around in the middle of the night. I forgot what we were doing. We may have been trying to find weed because he was the guy who got me into weed.
Allegedly, allegedly.
Allegedly. No, and I had to stop to piss. So I got out the car, and I noticed that another car passed by and hit that Yui. And once you see the car hit the Yui, it's either the cops or somebody's going to shoot at you. At least here in New Britain.
Especially if you're in the hood.
And we were in the hood. So we go back into my car, and they pull us over. And,
Ooh.
yeah, they pull us over. They make us get out the car.
Yeah, that's the most terrifying sound
Yep.
ever, yo. That,
Oh, yeah.
That initial woo, like
Yep.
you feel it. It's just,
Like, yeah.
it stabs you in the
Yeah.
that's gross.
And he's a full-blown Paisa. We might have to bleep his name out. But he didn't have his license because he couldn't get a license. Not because he didn't want it, because he couldn't get a license. So they made us get out the car. We had to put our hands on the hood. And I had just bought this pack of Black and Milds. And the policeman opened it right in front of me, took out each Black and Mild cigarette, and then snapped it in half in front of me. And just looked at me in the face while he was doing it. They go back to their car, and I made the mistake of turning around. The guy comes back, gets in my face, and tells me, if you turn around one more time, I'm going to break your fucking face. And I was like, okay. I was underage. I mean, but he still would have done it. I mean,
of course.
Absolutely.
Whose word are
he was resisting. He was resisting, yeah. Anyway, they let us go, put a couple of tickets on us, and that was it.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we don't like to take account that cops are people, man.
Yeah.
They're regular people. And once you give someone authority, bro, again, Carmet from South Park is a perfect example. You know, once he gets authority on, bro,
that's true.
like that's like
he's a real dickhead.
Yeah, that's why South Park is such an influential thing on people because they really reflect culture, bro.
Oh yeah.
And like right now, they show that the whole PC thing, you know, being politically correct, and you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. That all of that adds to the whole pacification of the nation, man.
Yeah, man.
And us being third worlders, bro, like we have no option but to be men, bro.
You have to.
Like you have to. Like there's no way not to be a man.
But that's another thing, man, because I feel like a lot of this. See, in my situation, that situation that I just explained about, I was pretty rational about it. I knew better. Not being here, you have to kind of comply with a lot of the rules because you want to stay here, so you can't really.
Yeah, you don't want to be asked to be like, yeah, your country is fucking whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm living here,
Exactly.
Like, it makes no sense,
exactly. No, but I feel like they try to emasculate you as much as you can to the point where some dudes are like, you know what, fuck that shit. That the man comes out and then that's when they get shot, and that's what I'm saying. They bait you into being an alpha male, and once you show it, then boop, that's it.
But at the end of the day, bro, to be honest, it's not about if it's, a cop, criminal, whatever. It really all just really comes down to why nobody's talking about the brown lives, the Paisa lives, because there's a lot of Paisa that are also being killed by the cops.
Yeah, I saw that story.
And there's no outrage in the media.
Coverage.
Yeah, it's Where's Black Lives Matter? When fucking one of my homies get shot, or for example, that dude, Pedro Eric Villa, whatever. I don't really remember his name. It was kind of hard to pronounce.
I don't know who he.
But I don't know if it was him or somebody got shot because they were trying to commit suicide.
Really?
Yeah. So
what?
Yeah. So homie was trying to kill himself. And then somehow the cops try to stop him by shooting him.
That's retarded. And I know you're not supposed to use the retard word, but that's retarded.
Yeah. But like, where's the outrage for that? Obviously I'm outraged.
Yeah.
That's why I'm talking about it. But where's like if everything that all the complaints about people arguing, oh, why is this happening? We need to change. Like if those people aren't also advocating justice for other people, it only highlights how it's only one-sided,
Right.
And once you point that out in any argument, because, like, for example, if you tell someone, oh, how come, you're only protesting because Black Lives, then that's where
Right.
the all life
Well, the All
matter.
Lives Matter thing
Yeah,
comes.
and all of that is just donkey shit because it goes into splitting everything in two ways when it's
Yeah.
not acknowledging the whole thing as
Yeah.
a whole,
Yeah.
as a problem,
Plus,
Instead,
All Life Matters is just white people trying to get into. They're just appropriating something.
yeah, as they tend to do, since we've known
Mhm.
this since 1492, so yeah, but that's that's really what it is, man. We don't have to choose sides, we just like really gotta acknowledge that it's a problem in general, But at least shout us out, man. Mexicans,
Yeah.
we heavy out here.
Yeah, we're getting killed too.
Let us know we getting killed
We're
too,
getting
man.
killed too. And but did they? Not that it matters, but did they say why he was committing suicide?
Nope.
I hope it wasn't over a girl, over a
hope not.
female.
Who knows, bro?
Who knows? But you know what it is.
But I think he was a teenager. So to make things, he was a teenager. So yeah. So
because I was gonna say, Paisa men are notorious for letting women get the best of them.
oh nah, yeah. As a matter of fact, we are horrible at emotionally getting attached to the wrong woman.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we'll do everything great, and then they'll just
that's
be
why
like, hey.
that's why Chente is so big because
shout out to Chente.
because I've seen
Is
Chente make grown men cry.
Is Chente a sponsor?
Can you be a sponsor? I would be honored.
I hope so.
I'd be honored.
I mean, we'll
yeah.
shout him out, man.
Absolutely.
Shout
Come
him
on the
out.
show, dog. Come on the show, man.
Yeah. Send the agent or something.
Yeah, just anything. Even a proxy at this point. Like, yeah, Chente, he's okay with this. He supports this message.
Yeah,
wow.
Just hit like on the Facebook.
Yeah, share our shit.
If we can find out who we getting likes from, that'd be dope.
It would be.
I'm sure there might be a way to do that, right? Yeah, who knows, man. We don't really
I hope not because I mean, yeah.
Because we don't really look at stats. We're just making this, man. We're just
Yeah.
going with it, But
if you like it, you like it. If you don't, well,
yeah. But back to the whole Paisa Lives Matter,
Yeah.
Another statistic that I just read that kind of blew my mind a little bit was that from the beginning of the year to right now, there's been 88 Paisas killed by police
How?
in this country since the year started.
Really?
Yeah, 88.
How many of them were in video though?
I don't know, bro.
Exactly.
But
Also, they can always make the argument.
again, these are documented though.
Yeah. But they can
Plus
always-
the undocumented ones,
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm
I was
talking,
gonna say that.
and I'm talking about the killings, not the people.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Because I was gonna say, I'm sure there's been a bunch of undocumented people that just got swept under the
Oh
rug.
yeah. We always do, bro.
Always.
Yeah. That's
That's
the horrible.
crazy. How many?
88.
88.
88. Yeah.
How many black people have gotten killed by the cops this year?
Probably like 100 and something, but
Well, that's not that off. It's only like 20 or 30 something.
yeah. Again, no one's mentioning it.
We're gonna have to make that a hashtag. Paisa's Life Matter.
Of course. We are taking over the whole Paisa word.
Yeah.
Like we not me and you, but the community is gonna own.
Fuck
the,
that,
the
yo. We should. Why don't we take it over, bro?
Again, the Paisa Life movement is gonna take over the word Paisa. That's exactly what it's gonna be. Because when I was growing up, Paisa was always like, oh, don't be a Paisa, and everybody always looked down on being a Paisa. And I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I'm a fucking Paisa,
Yeah.
So you can't fight it. You can't.
I've definitely
Or
driven
this
around listening to Tigres del Norte. I think that's as Paisa as it can get, bro.
Who has it? Who has it, bro? Yeah.
But yo, has Paisa been synonymous with the word naco?
Oh, of course.
So for those of you who don't know what naco is, what would you say naco is? Is it like lower class? Is
Me,
it like
me.
yeah.
No, but it to translate it into an American version, it'd probably
Tacky?
be somewhere between like hood ghetto, because it's that ghetto fabulous type shit, where you
Yeah.
try to be flagrant with it, but you ignorant with it.
Right. Yeah.
Again, it's a whole nother side of the Paisa Life flex spectrum.
Yeah. There you go.
'cause-
Listen, hey, your mom was the first one to ever call me a naco, by the way,
oh, of course, my mom is notorious
for calling people naco.
with just pointing out naqueses.
That's the thing, yo. Older Spanish women love calling other people nacos or nacas. They thrive on that.
Yeah,
man.
because they've lived their whole life seeing what is it.
Yeah, what is it,
Again, the grand council.
Yeah.
Like they do that. The elders know, bro. The elders
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I wonder if they have a meeting that we don't know about.
They might have a telepathic meeting.
Ooh, ESP.
They might, and I think
Paisa?
it might happen at the 8 o'clock novela time.
Yo, I was just gonna. Thank God you brought that up. Novelas
Oh,
or
man.
what you people call soap operas?
Yeah, like it is
A
so.
staple of the Paisa community.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Men, women, children
Yeah,
love
I don't
novelas.
care who you are. You've seen at least one novela, at
Yo, have
least.
have you ever seen? Have you ever heard of a novela called Dos Mujeres Un Camino?
Oh, of course,
It
of
was
course.
about. It
My
was
nigga,
with
that's
Eric
OG,
Estrada.
that's
Yeah,
OG in
OG.
the
Yo,
'90s.
let
That's
me tell you
'90s.
a funny ass story. Now, when I was in Mexico, this novela was popping, and there was the scene towards the end of it where one of the main characters gets killed, and the other main character, the guy, has this dream where he sees her in her tomb, and she comes out of the tomb and kind of points at him. And yo, that specific scene had me so bugged out I couldn't sleep. It was terrifying to me. I was young. I was like 4 or 5, but it was terrifying, and I couldn't sleep. I would have nightmares. So my mom did what most paisas would do. She took me to, I want to say, what do they call it? The people that kind of just do not magic.
But the people that hit you with the leaves and do the egg
That's
thing,
what it is.
the
Yeah,
this bruja or whatever the hell
yeah,
it's called. Yeah,
exactly. So
I
this,
can't think of it right now, but yeah,
I don't know what the English word for it would be, but it's basically these people
they
that
soak up all the bad vibes. You know,
all the bad juju out of you.
yeah, if somebody might have thrown some shade your way, like they try to scoop it up.
Yeah, and then what they'll do is they'll rub an egg all over your body. That's one of the things they did. But for me, what they did was, all right, we'll get the bad energy out of him. So what they did was they put me in the middle of the ground outside, sunny day, must have been 80, 90 degrees, and they rolled me around fur, like a fur sheet, and I was burning inside. And just to make it worse, the lady started whacking me with a stick, like hitting me hard with a stick. This is a grown woman using grown woman strength, just hitting me with a stick. Dog, I was so terrified of that I went to sleep just because I didn't want to get hit with the stick again in the heat. It was horrible, and I was like, and now I'm old. I'm like, why would you do that to me? Why weren't you anymore?
But then at the same time, did it ever happen again?
No, because I was too terrified of her hitting me with the stick. That was the new scary part. I mean, yeah, it did kind of help me out, but then I was scared of getting going back to that lady.
One thing with another.
Exactly. It's like quitting smoking and taking up drinking. That's exactly what it was.
But shout out to drinking though. Drinking does. I mean, I've smoked and I drink still. You know, and I would take drinking over smoking any day. Any day.
Yeah.
Not including reefer though.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Nah, definitely.
I just mean nicotine.
Yeah, I actually, yeah,
cigarettes.
exactly.
Because cigarettes is addicting, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I don't know too
Yeah.
many people that smoke and like not really smoke like that.
But you look cool smoking.
Oh, of course. But
That's half of the appeal. I hate smoking, but if I'm in the city, walk around, I'll take the cigarette and just kind of take a drag. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm high
Oh,
class.
hell yeah. Just yeah. It's that whole look of you pulling out. It already lit
Yeah.
cigarette that you poured out.
Oh, yeah.
You light it. You take the one drag. Just.
And if your swag is on point that day, oof, it's over.
Nah. But that makes it complete though.
Yep.
That's
what it is.
That's the finishing touch.
That's
you know?
the finishing
And
touch.
then you ask your man to get you, that shot for the gram. You know, then you put the nice filter on.
Oh
there.
my God, yeah. You could do that.
Nah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, but again, now that we're establishing a more established podcast because we have 5 now. I like saying that we have 5
We have
episodes.
5.
This is number 5.
We only have 1 in SoundCloud, so you're gonna have to dig through the catacombs of our archives to look for the first.
Yeah, but the whole point is that we move on with it.
Yeah.
Like again, we're doing this weekly. We wait a whole week to meet, talk about whatever's going on. Again, like we said, the moment we left here last week,
The whole shit. It's a real hot summer.
Hot summer, bro.
Hot summer.
And then that's why we got to start bringing up a lot of things. Like I mentioned last week, I want to do this. And I like what you said, Cinco de Mayo in September. I like the way that sounds because it kind of has like a, when people were doing Christmas in July sort of stuff, it kind of has that sort of ring to it. Cinco de Mayo in September.
Yeah.
Like it has a ring to it because I really do want white people to buy me alcoholic beverages.
Yeah.
On my actual Mexican Independence Day.
Absolutely.
That'd be dope, man. Especially if you can get like local bars to start embracing. And
That's what I was gonna say.
That's just another thing for them, because again, and what if we made a Newburgh Best Taco Contest?
I've been waiting for you to say that.
Newburgh's Best Concha.
We talked about that
Newburgh
already.
Best Tamal.
My grandma would win that one. Pretty biased. I would vote for hers. I'm sorry, but
Of course, if you have us on the judges,
we're
we
definitely
would
gonna.
definitely be bought, including myself.
Oh, absolutely. I'll gladly have
But
you buy me out.
but how about we do this? Let's really start spreading the word
Let's
because
get some impartial judges, biases as well, and we have to get some white people because white people don't really know what they're expecting, so that makes it even sweeter when they try it for the first time. Like, ooh,
ooh,
what is this explosion in my mouth?
what is this,
What is
lard?
is this? Are these spices?
Lard, cornmeal, and meat and sauce. Wait, hold on. What is
Oh,
this?
oh
What
my
is this?
God! Is this flavor? Is this what flavor?
Is this what
Oh,
I've been missing on?
yeah, exactly.
Becky, did you know about this? Nah,
Oh my God!
but for real, we really want to do a Cinco de Mayo in September sort of event.
Yeah.
I'm looking into permits.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you gotta have permits because
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, first world problems.
Do we? Do we really need permits?
You do because
Did we need permits to live here? Are we technically permitted to live here?
I mean, God's a little. That's why I love the saying "God bless America," and under God and all this whole God stuff in the Bible. That's why I always catch Republicans because the Republicans will be like, "Hey, get out of my country," but I'll be like, "Yo, but Jesus wants me here, bro."
Oh, that's how you got
he
him.
says, "Embrace your neighbor,
Yeah.
embrace your neighbor." He doesn't let you be bad, so. I try to play into that, plus that's why I'm growing the hair with the beard and everything so I can look like Jesus,
So that's why you're okay.
I'm
Now it makes
gonna
sense.
start walking around with the robe so I can switch it up from the Jesus to,
Uh-huh.
with the hair pulled back,
The Versace shades.
That's gonna be another look, but I'm really going for the for the Native American look. I really want to stick a feather
Uh,
in my hat and see how many white people confuse me for a Native
You're-
American. It's
I-
gonna be a social experiment.
I just want to see you walk around in huaraches.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna get my Juan Diego on, my nigga. I'm gonna
Bro,
get
do you know? Do you realize that I would never find huaraches because my foot is humongous?
But you do realize that people can make huaraches.
That's true. Huaraches are usually handmade.
Yeah, handmade. So you can definitely get you some.
And huaraches, for those of you who don't know, they're
If you don't know what huaraches are, smack yourself, please.
word. Just Google it. Fuck that. We're not gonna tell you what it is.
Don't stop listening to this. Find out what it is, and then come back.
Also, it's spelled. It starts with an H, because I know you might be confused to how you spell it. Not a J.
Again, if you are questioning what this is, just ask your phone. You can OK Google and ask what a huarache is, or
But
you can say,
here's the
or you
thing.
can ask, Hey Siri, what's yeah.
Huaraches could be two things. They're either things you put on your feet or some delicious food.
Yeah, either way you're winning.
That's true.
Either way you're winning. Like, give me. There's not a situation where you can say huaraches and
Dog.
it's not either one,
Dog.
and I'd win.
Huaraches. The best huaraches I've had in probably locally are the ones in Middletown.
Oh,
There's this shady restaurant.
Are you talking about my girls?
Uncles?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's this restaurant in Middletown. I don't know the name of it. It doesn't even have a name, I think.
It's technically called Ruben Jr. Shout out to them.
Is it?
The town knows it as Taco Bello's.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
And yeah. But
That sounds about right.
Like, if you are on the go and you're anywhere in Middletown and you want some fire,
Paisa food? Go there.
Holla at them.
Yeah.
I've always told them get that food truck popping. Get
Just-
that food truck. Ooh.
Just to let you know, if you look inside and it looks like half of a restaurant, half of a store, but there's really no produce in there, you're in the right place.
You found the spot.
Yeah. If the counter looks slightly dirty, that means you're in for some good shit that day. Cause it's straight up paisa.
Yeah, because we all know that the person is the person that is what really gives the flavor. Because all those things you can give it to anybody, and the end product would not be the same thing. It really goes into mixtures. Like we mentioned with the conchas, everything is handmade.
Yeah.
So it has personality.
Love.
That's another thing we got. We got personality. We got flavor.
Yo, is it just me or is it that the shittiest, most disgusting looking restaurants have the best food?
Of course, everybody knows that. Come on, that's the whole reason why Anthony Bourdain has a fucking show.
Yeah, that's
that's right. I think Food Network.
Right.
I think Food Network and Travel Channel thrive off of that whole genre.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I watch a lot of.
Yo, I
bizarre
never even thought of
foods.
that, but you're right.
Yeah, I watch a lot of bizarre foods. I watch a lot of TV. Well, I used to. Because again, like I said, I don't watch news, but I entertain myself in other ways. Talk about entertainment. Pokemon Go, that's been everywhere
Fuck.
too. You know, in the past week, that's also been another thing.
Yo,
You know,
tell me how the other day I'm with my boy Tron. Shout out to my boy Tron. And we went, I want to say around midnight. We were walking around the streets of Newburgh for about an hour, hour and a half looking for Pokemon. Just walking around. And I caught a Squirtle.
bro, the week my phone happens to fall and have the
Crack?
yeah, and not even crack, just my screen just gave up. There's like my screen
This is the
doesn't
day
work
that
at all.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, it's the day Pokemon Go came out. So, and then the whole thing about the no contract stuff is you're responsible for your own phone.
Yeah.
So by the time I figured out what kind of phone I want and I need, because again, grown man, you don't.
Just buy a phone.
Yeah.
You research that shit.
You got to financially make a good, good decision.
Good decision.
Yeah, like what the budget's looking like for the month, and just all that stuff. Because again, if you're a grown man, you know what it is. If not, you'll get there.
Okay.
But by the time everything figured out, point blank, I'm getting my phone this weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting on that Pokemon Go right now, man. Like,
listen? Are you gonna go for Charmander?
do you get to pick a starter?
Yeah,
or?
you get to pick a starter. But I heard there's like a little way to get a Pikachu. There's like a little hack to get a Pikachu as your starter Pokemon, which I wish I had known before I started.
Oh, nah, because my starter will forever be my nigga
Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur. Yeah, that's my nigga, man. That's
Okay.
you can. A lot of people people have personalities, bro.
Okay.
And people either are a Squirtle personality,
Uh-huh.
a Charmander personality, or Bulbasaur personality.
What's a Squirtle personality?
It's like, how do I say? It's more of an adventurous. You just go with the flow of things. Things
Okay.
just be, because the best way to describe Squirtle is just Squirtle with the shades on. The Squirtle gang. That's Squirtle.
What about Bulbasaur?
Bulbasaur, like your boy, a little laid back, but strategic. Trying to be a little ahead of time. And somehow, by the time they're fully grown, their life really revolves around big buds.
Yeah, okay. I chose Charmander.
Charmander. Oh yeah, because Charmander is usually like if you like either you drive a BMW or you want a BMW, don't you? Yeah,
Okay.
like that's that kind of person.
I just wanted because you know what? I have a lot of passion in me, a lot of fiery passion in me, a lot of love to give.
See, all of that sounds like a BMW driver, bro. See,
Really?
again, there's personalities to this. There's no right or wrong choice. Is the choice that suits you?
BMWs are dope, but I don't know.
Of course.
Really
Of course, BMWs are beautiful. Mercedes are beautiful.
German
Audis
cars.
Are beautiful. Yeah, anything European is beautiful.
Yeah.
Again, the whole choice thing, that's what people like. People like the ability to pick something. That's why Jaguar's a thing.
Yeah, but
like you see a Jaguar on the street, bro. You're like, yo, that's not German, but that's
dope.
That should look fire.
But BMWs. I don't know why they're nice cars. I love BMWs. I don't think I would ever get one.
They're the Camrys of luxury cars.
Is that what it is?
It's for the people that don't know what it is. They'll just scoop one up, thinking like, yeah, I know I got something good.
Okay. They're cool. They're dope. They look
course,
nice.
Of course,
I don't know something about. Plus, I did have an Audi at one point, and I fell in love with that car. And
yeah, because again, that's just a whole other thing, choice. Because BMW, that's you want sporty. If you drive a BMW, it's because you want to drive sporty. You want to have a sporty car.
I kind of want a Benz now, though.
Benz, that's when you're trying to flex.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Like Benz is only when you want to say, "Yo, I'm flexing." Like you let people know I'm flexing. Again, me, I'm an Audi type of dude. Again, all-wheel drive, just to really get anywhere whenever you got to be. Because there's been times where it's raining like crazy, and I'm doing, what the speed limit is, and maybe a little plus, maybe 2, 3, 5 miles extra.
Let's take this time to recognize the official vehicle of Paisa Life, the minivan.
Yeah, the minivan.
The minivan.
Pretty much any car you can get Pennsylvania plates on.
Pretty much.
Which would be a minivan.
Mostly minivans.
It's either Windstar or Caravan.
Yeah.
What's the Chevy one? Venture.
I have no idea. I have a Windstar. Well, my dad has a Windstar.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about minivans is because they're so good for paisas because we tend to have large families and we can fit all our kids and their friends and their cousins and their
large groups of people. Large amounts of things. Because I've definitely moved with just a minivan.
Yeah. I've you know what? I knew I had game the day I realized that I was able to fuck a bitch driving a minivan. That was the day I was like, I did it.
bro,
I transcended.
bro. The minivan has space, and
Yeah.
when it comes to making coitus with your woman, like you need
Yeah.
space. You need
Oh yeah.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't have assay
Yeah.
on the backseat of a Civic. You know
But
that.
I feel like that was a young man's thing because I was like 17, 18 when that happened.
Oh yeah.
I feel like now if I did it at 26 and it showed up with a 1998 Windstar, I'd probably be like,
But
nah.
we gotta realize, bro, that you're like 6'3", bro. Like you
6'4", you know.
it's you can't really just roll up in
Yeah.
a whip and expect to fully
Yeah.
be able to do your
That's true.
thing in
That's
any
true.
car. You know, like you have to, like you kind of need a minivan
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I do. Or an SUV.
or SUV.
Or an SUV.
Yeah, who knows? But
Who knows?
again, you need space. That's
I
all I
do.
know. That's all
No,
I
I
know.
do need space.
The rest of the details, that's up to you, B. You know, but yeah.
Oh my god. Yo, speaking of cars, man, I got stuck in traffic today. Car accident on 84. At least one dead. Which
Ooh.
I was thinking about that while I was at work because my new job I have a lot of time to think. I don't really do much. But I realized that as paisas, when somebody dies, it's rough because we're so family oriented and we're so used to our traditions that when a family member dies, we actually mourn them for about 9 days. And it's so crazy that to experience that and then come to this country and see how funerals are really made. I've been to a bunch of funerals for Americans, and theirs aren't anywhere as extravagant as ours. And I know we mentioned it last week that we're all about going extra, all in excess.
Yeah.
And
Excessive is
and
definitely the way we
paisa
are.
funerals are fucking excessive, bro. When my grandpa died, it was an 8-day thing. He died, and then they had a party for 8 days.
Bro, because we find an excuse to celebrate for
To
anything.
drink and celebrate.
Yeah, especially drink. You know, like we mentioned last time.
Especially drink.
Somehow 24s always come out. Always come
Yeah,
out.
man.
If you are with any sort of paisa, like this is a real paisa test.
Yeah.
You can find out if you're a paisa if you are in any place and somehow 24s
24 just magically appears.
boom, just there.
Baby
There.
showers, 24
Boom, there.
pack. Bautizos.
Boom, there.
Funerals.
Birthday parties, boom.
Oh,
Funerals,
absolutely.
boom.
Kids' birthday parties have the
Boom.
most
Barbecues,
beer.
boom.
Yeah.
Pool party, boom.
Everything has beer.
You seen your friend you haven't seen in weeks, boom.
Woo.
Especially if you at the car wash, boom.
Oh, man.
Especially if you meet somebody at the store, you're like, yo, what you copping?
Yeah.
I'm copping a can, you copping the can, yo, let's cop a 6, and then the 6 goes to 12.
Yo.
That progression, you know.
Yeah.
And then they got friends, and then the whole crew's together.
Yeah,
and
before you know it, you have multiple 24 packs.
Oh, yeah. Like, people end up with cases of beer
Yeah.
in their porches on
Exactly.
the weekends.
That's
like-
a paisa thing, though.
Yeah, like I've definitely have woken up to cases, like probably 6-7 cases of 12 packs in my garage
Yeah.
from one night, I guess.
Yeah.
And it started out as just a simple barbecue.
Yeah.
I just
That sounds
remember.
about right.
I just remember people be in the pool at 2-3 in the morning.
Yeah, because it's like, yo,
being dragged
your boy
out,
comes
you know.
over, then like, yo, we haven't talked to so and so in a while. Tell him to come through, bring
We-
a 12 pack.
We
Then
get
he
flagrant.
brings
We
someone
get
else.
flagrant. We get
Yeah,
flagrant.
man.
Excessive.
Excessive.
We are excessive.
Yeah, but yo, listen, I wanna switch gears for a second, and I wanna talk about something that pretty fucked up that happened this week, and I almost forgot to mention it, but it actually happened to your brother, who,
Shout out to Son.
yeah,
Shout out to.
and what happened was, he went with my man Tron to go buy a Dutch to engage in extracurricular activities, and he went. And as he was going to pay for the Dutch, the guy behind the counter asked him for ID, as is customary.
We'll call him Captain America.
There you go. Captain America sounds about right. So he asks him for ID,
So Captain America asks for ID.
and my man's, being a straight up paisa, gives him a matricula, which, if you don't know what that is a Mexican form of ID.
Which is handed to you by a U.S. sanctioned consulate in New York City.
In New York City.
So in the ID, it states that the consulate in that state, in that country, is,
Allowing you to have that.
yeah, So it's kind of like giving you an ID outside of your country.
Exactly.
Just for you to be able to provide identification for who you are.
Exactly.
you know. And again, you can't do nothing with it, but it's just it's your government acknowledging that you're one of theirs,
Exactly.
and that's your identity. That's pretty much what it says.
Given in New York, by the way.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So he gives it to him, and the guy takes one look at it and says, "No, I'm not going to sell you this because it's not a New York State ID."
Mind you, it wasn't him buying the thing. He was just they were together.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
so again, he wasn't even by himself. You know, they just put their things together.
Exactly.
And then he sold them
Exactly.
together.
Yep.
And then Captain America said, "Hey, if you're buying this, I need to see your ID."
Yeah. Oh, that's a new rule. That's right. If you're with somebody in New York, is it a New York rule?
I don't even know. I mean, doesn't matter. I mean,
It doesn't really
my
matter.
dude, we were buying beer since
Like
I was 15.
18,
Gas
17,
station. Nah,
yeah.
I've been walking into gas stations,
And-
bodegas, a lot of places. 'Cause again, when you were real dude, when you were savage like me, man, like when you
Yeah.
young, like you remember going to the store and just picking up either Lucy's, Dutch's,
Yeah.
brews,
Yeah.
whatever it is you need, And then, cause at first the way they know you is people send you to the store. So like if you're a little dude and you're in the block and you know somebody and they're like, yo, go to the store, give me whatever, and then they give you like a 20, like, yo,
Keep
get
the
you,
change.
you get your side,
So nice, yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm out here 12, 13 in the games picking up Lucy Dutchess for for my OGs, and then they just
But that's because you buy it from the Arabs. They don't give a fuck.
oh, not Arabs,
Arabs are dope.
Paisas, that's
Yeah, they know what it's about.
oh yeah, again they're Paisas too.
They're
man.
Paisas too.
They know what it is.
Yeah, but
man.
this dude, I saw him because I ended up going to that same store. Mind you, I'm in pretty much the same boat as your brother. I just didn't have my matricula on me. And I go and I buy the Duchess for them. The guy doesn't even ask me for an ID. Doesn't even second guess it.
It's because you're 6'4" and light skin, bro.
And light skinned. But the crazy part is me and your brother, we grew up, we've known each other since day one. We're in the same boat. But dog, that shit is fucked up. That shit resonated with me. That shit was fucked up because he's no less of an American than I am. We've been here the same amount of time. We've been living in the same place for the same amount of time. We grew up here. We were raised here.
Like, and even same classes, same everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same teachers, same friends,
Same schools.
same schools,
Same graduation.
same graduation,
everything, yeah.
everything. Just because his skin was slightly darker than mine. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, bro, and that's exactly what it is, man. And that's one of the ways that being a paisa really affects you,
Yeah, your psyche is just
however you say
fucked
that.
up. No, you know what it
fucks with
is,
your head, man.
man. That's why I drive.
It makes you feel like less of a person.
That's why I drive so slow, bro. Driving around without a license for so many years has made me a very slow driver because it made me inherently afraid of the police, of getting pulled over because I didn't have a fucking license.
Bro, that strikes in the fear of death into everybody.
Yeah, man.
Because the way I explain it to people is, think about it. If let's make pretend you go about your day, like we usually tell them, regardless of what you do, you can't give me don't use your license, don't use your birth certificate, or anything that
Let's
makes
see how far that gets you.
how far it gets you. And on top of that, add that if you have any police contact, you're going back to a place that you don't even know.
Yeah.
And they're gonna put you through the system, and you're gonna be locked up with with felons coming out of jails. They're gonna have you with people that've been in jail for 6-7 years. You could not have done nothing,
bro. My first day of school, my mom told me, whatever you do not get in trouble. Do not bring unnecessary attention to yourself. And that made me a little bit more, I don't want to say like I let people step all over me, but there was always that fear, like if I get in trouble and I do something that I'm going to regret, I'm going to get back for that shit.
And you're hard to not be physically seen, bro.
Yeah,
so
man.
that makes it more difficult.
Yeah, man. But I definitely feel like a lot of the times I had to chill and just kind of not react to certain things the way I wanted because of that fear instilled in me. And again, it's just what paisas have to go through.
Yeah, and that's on the every single day,
Yeah.
Because if you hop in your car and you need to go to work, how horrible is it that if you get caught on the way and then boom, you gotta you really go, you hit the reset button.
Yeah, not just that. Imagine just like, how many people I've wanted to punch in the face that I never got the chance to do because I was like, yo, if I get arrested for this, it's a
That's
wrap
it
for me. That's
That's
it for me. And I've known people who got bagged for being a little too violent. And
Shout out to me.
shout out to you. I didn't want to say your name, but
No, yeah, but that's how when you're young man, you try to get away with whatever you can when you're under 18, you know.
yeah,
Because again, you know, when you understand that, you know, oh, you're not exactly like your peers, and you know,
yeah,
regardless of how good you do in school,
yeah.
or you know, whatever you do, you can't really keep the same progress they are, because once public school ends, you know, high school ends, you really can't proceed,
Yeah.
you know, higher education.
And if you do,
there's ways, but
oh
you
yeah,
know,
but if you do, you have to work 3 times as hard just to be in the same playing field as everyone else.
yeah, and then by the time you actually finish, you can't really get a job in your field
Because you don't have the necessary paperwork.
Ooh, yeah, like that's
And then you're in debt. It's like, how are you going to pay that if you can't get a job?
yeah, you
Yeah.
know, but that's exactly why we're very entrepreneurial, you know,
That's true.
because we're willing to do the things that people won't, but you know, do it
Because
on
we
our own.
have to.
Of course, because we gotta eat.
Because we got to
We
eat.
gotta eat, you know. And whenever you mention, you know, people and you know entrepreneurship, you know, it makes me also think about the bad times that people that have their own businesses go through, because this week, you know, like I said, the moment we sign off, you know, things are happening. And something local that really bothered me, bro, was that in Middletown there's a restaurant called Cancun. You know, I don't really know what it is. All I know is that it's a restaurant, and then you know they kind of have a bar.
Okay.
And then in the newspaper, I saw this story that said, oh, you know, local people get kicked out because they were Trump supporters, you know, from a Mexican restaurant or whatever.
Really?
Yeah. And then whatever, but then, you know, after asking around, you know, and getting, you know, information from the source, turns out that some people, some Trump supporters went into the restaurant, and the moment they walked in and they saw their the person that was going to be their waiter, they said, "Hey, are you legal here, sir?" You know, like they
Get
try
the
to ask,
fuck out of here.
And then he was like, man, that's like none of your concern. You know, I'm gonna be your waiter, whatever. And then she was like, "All right, we don't want to be seated until until we see if you're legal here or not, because once Trump gets
Get
elected,
the
you know, you
fuck outta
guys
here.
are out of here." You
That's
know,
hilarious.
yeah. And then somehow, you know, and then at that point, you know, as a business, you know, they have the right to
Refuse service.
you know. And they were like, "Man, you know, we can't have you talk to our staff like that, whatever."
Wow.
And then I think they were asked to leave. I don't know. Again, this is just information I'm getting. Who knows if it's true or not? But then those people went away, and then they sued for, you know, supposedly they got kicked out just because they were wearing, you know, Trump like a hat or whatever, you know, Change America, whatever.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Shit they wear, you know, and that gets me mad, bro. Because it's like it's local people doing their thing, and then
Just
like they
so,
go,
and then the white man comes and tries to fuck it up. God damn, that shit happens so much, bro.
Yeah, that's why the Cinco de Mayo in September thing.
Dog, that shit happens so much.
We gotta get white people involved, man. Because if
Yeah.
white people are involved, then white people can't fuck it up for themselves, you know.
That's true,
So
man.
so we need
if you
need a Paisa ambassador.
Yeah.
Is that what we need? Like a
yes.
right?
Yes.
Like, because there's a lot of white Mexicans, so all we need you to be is blonde and blue eyes, but be Mexican.
Be wild Mexican, like super Mexican. Like, you gotta know how to cook.
Like a naco Mexican.
Like a naco, you gotta have the pointy
like
boots.
a blonde naco. Like if you're a blonde naco out there, you know.
Dog, this is what we're gonna do.
We need you as
This is
ambassador.
what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna go next time that there's a jaripeo.
Oh yes.
We're gonna infiltrate it and look for the lightest skinned Mexican we can find with boots and the trademark scorpion belt buckle.
Because people would think it's a country singer.
Yep.
Or like a country fan.
There you go.
That's how we merge the worlds together.
That's it. Yo,
that is the loophole, bro.
Yo, don't think we're not going to the next jaripeo, because we have to go there, and we're bringing our cameras, and we're gonna have a live podcast.
Oh, is that a thing we do?
Fuck yeah! We're doing a live podcast at a jaripeo. Yo, a jaripeo, by the way, is like a rodeo, a Mexican rodeo. They wrangle up bulls and shit.
Yeah, and these get-togethers are huge,
humongous.
Like if I could categorize it, these are like Mexican Lollapaloozas.
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly. A lot of beer, a lot of pointy boots, a lot of cowboy hats,
a lot of trucks,
a lot of trucks,
a lot of F-150s,
a lot of trucks,
a lot of Rams, a lot of Silverados,
a lot of flannel,
lots. Levi's.
Oh, Levi's with the belt buckle, bro.
Levi's as far as I can see.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but think about how much that does for the local economy, bro.
It does,
Because they sell
word.
$5 beers, and that's horrendous. I heard $6. Who
And
knows?
and those dudes get fucking they get drunk
So if you want to sponsor the tickets, as a matter of fact,
for us to do a live show.
Yeah.
We will have to open up what is
Yeah.
it, GoFundMe?
and I'll even bust you down with the mic, so I don't even gotta write nothing. But I'll beat it
yeah,
though.
we'll
But I'll beat it
yeah.
though. I'll hand you my mic, and
You
well,
can do whatever you
yeah.
Yeah, we're doing that.
Yeah, so
We're doing
We're
that.
finding a sponsor.
Yeah. And if you want to give us conchas, I mean, we're not gonna get tired of
Because
saying it.
again, we're gonna be the arbitrators for Newburgh's best concha, Newburgh's best tacos, and Newburgh's best tamal.
Yeah.
Should, tortas. We gotta throw tortas in there.
We have to.
We have to.
Tortas, tamales, tacos. Yeah, it's part of the teas.
Vitamin T. Shout
Vitamin
out
T.
to Vitamin T.
Shout out to Vitamin T.
So sponsors, Vitamin T.
Oh my god.
Who else we got for sponsors? Conchas, but Conchas is not tea. So
Yo, tell me how my grandma told me this hilarious story. She won a boombox in Mexico for mimicking how to make handmade tortillas.
So she wasn't making them, but
It was like a charades thing,
Uh-huh.
and she won a boombox. This is back in the day when boomboxes were popping, I guess.
I mean, I'd be happy if I get a boom.
Yeah,
a free boom
A free
box.
boombox, anything free.
Anything, yeah.
But it was she was like this radio contest, and they had her do how would you make handmade tortillas, and she was like, well, I had so much experience that it came natural to me. It was second nature, and she won a boombox.
She's like, I just did it.
So she's just like, she just mimicked how she normally does tortillas.
Yeah, winning things is awesome.
It is.
That's why I don't play the lotto, because I feel like luck is for suckers. Because I've tried so many things so many times that I'm like I don't think luck is on my side. So I just, instead of giving up, I just say, statistically not
my day.
Yeah, not on my
Not my
watch.
thing.
Yeah, that's why I'd rather make my own luck.
There you go.
We're very entrepreneurial.
That's right.
But that's why I want to highlight any person out there doing their thing. Even if I'm not gonna shout you out by name, but just if you're a Paisa and you listen to this and you're on your grind, keep doing your thing. Shout out to you.
And as soon as we figure out this mic situation, we'll have you come on the show.
Oh, of course. But I just want to shout all of y'all out, man, because we I don't want to say we starting to build a following, but the views are getting bigger and bigger on
bigger and bigger.
Yeah, like the channel, I think, has almost 200 views already.
Does it?
The channel, yeah.
Wait,
channel
the YouTube channel?
Yeah. So again, starting point, not
Yeah.
big.
Wait, hold on. Now, is it every time somebody views it that it goes up?
Yeah.
What if I view it like 5 times? Does it go up by 5?
It only counts you because you're using as your IP. Like for
That's
example,
what I was wondering.
Yeah. So like even if you watch it in your phone, in your computer,
Okay.
and somewhere else, I think that still counts as one.
So we have
think.
200 people that have potentially listened to our podcast.
Yeah, or it's been listened to 200 times, something like that. I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's it. Yeah. We'll figure it out though. But
We'll figure out the small details there.
shout out to everybody.
But yeah, thank you. Keep listening.
Yeah, because we still been using Homegirl's art, so shout out to her.
Yo, shout out to Salwa from Australia.
Yeah, shout out to her.
You're a Paisa from Lebanon, and you're Muslim.
Yeah, because that first Aztec looking piece I used,
was dope.
that was dope. And then the one with the concha, that was dope.
That was dope.
And then she has a few more on the sheet she sent over. So
Yeah, she did. And I'm gonna actually harass her for some more.
Yeah. Yes. Also did the cover picture for the Facebook, right? Maybe?
I did that one actually.
Oh, you did?
I used one of hers, and then I kind of played around with it a little bit.
Okay. Shout out to you.
Thank you.
Again, we got the SoundCloud now. We don't have the
images, but or the URL.
But do send all comments and ideas and requests and hate mail to paisalife.ny@gmail.com.
Absolutely.
That's definitely where we can definitely read anything anybody got, any links, things we should talk about, look into.
Yeah, if you have a topic that you really feel passionate about, that you think that we may be able to touch on it or give some sort of opinion on it, and you want to hear our opinion, let us know.
Yeah, because we don't mind talking about anything.
No,
we're out here bullshit.
Absolutely.
Again, we are putting time aside to talk into mics.
Word, because I'm definitely wearing my steel toe boots. I just got out of work.
Definitely not. I'm definitely wearing a work shirt. I didn't go to work today. My only day off.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I work 6 days a week.
That's true.
But I did do work around the house, again, brown man stuff, I
Yeah.
just forever active, never not doing
There
stuff,
you
man.
go.
I'm either cutting grass here, cleaning this, that over there, building this, fixing that, making that look better, making this look good, We do everything, man. We do everything. I actually used a jackhammer last week, bro,
How was it?
and that was like a full body workout.
Word?
Full body workout because this thing must have weighed like 80 to 100 pounds.
Yeah, I believe that.
And then I had to take apart a whole staircase, like maybe
Yeesh.
like how when you pull up to cribs and then they got like 4 or 5 steps and it's like concrete.
Right.
Like I had to take one little whole thing up,
At it.
down.
That's.
Yeah, like if they would have hired machines and shit to do that, like they would have done it in half the time I did it. But
It would have been like 3 times as much.
oh, I mean, oh, but dude, I don't even want to start talking prices for that. But again, they just rented the equipment, and your boy is see because I like to think that I have a Paisa engineering mind because I see the problem, I acknowledge it, and then I work backwards from it.
You're
Like
backwards engineer.
everything. Because I grew up my whole life seeing my pops just somehow fixing stuff.
Yo, dog, how? That my grandpa used to do that shit too.
Like it's just something they just do.
Yeah.
And then now that I'm a grown up and I have a few tools of myself, and a few drills, screws, a lot of different things, know how to cut wood, have a few tools here or there. I'm figuring out how to build my own shit, and right now I'm building like a little replica house with my daughter, which is in the garage. I gotta show you.
Okay.
It's just like a house, but it's little. It has siding, windows, an actual roof. It's
You own a house. What are shutters for?
they were used to actually they would close and
Okay.
kind of like your blinds. You know how you turn
Okay.
them and then they move up and down like that.
That's what I figured. They're useless now, right?
Yeah,
They're
now
just there
now,
for-
now they're just
they're
ornaments.
aesthetics at
Yeah,
this point.
aesthetics.
I
Yeah.
fucking hate shutters, bro.
Oh, me too, bro.
I hate shutters.
Me too. That's the worst thing about buying a house that someone in their 50s owned.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have a lot of things that might
They're
have been
obsolete.
cool for them, but it's
But they're wild corny now.
yeah,
Yeah.
out here being a young
Fucking
fly
hate
dude.
shutters.
I'm out here trying to figure out a way how to.
What's the new shutter? What's our shutter?
For us, everything is screens, bro. It's screens, LCDs everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I have a plasma TV at home because I love those black levels, But again, that's me. I'm into, different things,
Okay.
I'm a Bulbasaur sort of guy.
You're a Bulbasaur, that's
I'm
right.
a Bulbasaur guy. We drive Audis. We watch plasma TVs. We, we do things a little bit differently. It's not the same old. We switch things up. But again, it's just different sides of the spectrum. We gotta write all that stuff out, man. But that's. I think this was a good episode 5, man.
Yeah, man.
Again, we wanna make it more of a weekly thing.
Yeah.
We wanna start doing more things. We're gonna again try to do a live one at Haripel. We gotta figure out when the next
Yeah.
one we wanna go to is.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they have them every weekend.
I feel like they do because I definitely hear the announcer from my house and sounds slightly drunk.
Anywhere in Newburgh, bro, you can hear them.
Yeah.
Like in my old office, I remember feeling the bass over there, and that must have been like at least a mile and a half away.
I'd say so.
And I might have felt the bass once, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah. They go hard. They go fucking hard.
They go hard in the paint.
They do.
They do. But again, that's the type of intensity I want to bring to this whole Cinco de Mayo in September thing.
Yeah.
Let's really promote that. Before that, let's get other initiatives rolling. Because again, it's not just you, me. It's everybody. Because
Yeah.
I see people getting excited. I see a lot of people mentioning it. Just it's a thing. Just remember share, and we're bringing a few videos soon. Of everything. We're gonna get the channel itself rolling. So if you got ideas of things you want to put up, I want to think of this kind of like a local access, but you got to be Paisa. The only way to access is you got to be a Paisa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you approach me and you're like, yo, I got this video I want to put up, but I don't want to have a channel. I just want to put it up. I'll even shoot it and edit it for you.
There you go.
I'm just trying to get Paisa content out.
Yeah.
Because that's what we got to do.
That's
Again,
right.
we're starting with the podcast. Then next step we're moving with the videos,
Yep.
and then hopefully the third step is the events.
Yeah.
the getting the people together, and we'll start it with the live podcast.
Yeah,
We'll
let's
walk
do that.
around mics. Try to figure out if anyone that listens is out there, because
Yeah.
I'm sure that there should be at least one person there,
At least one or two.
and if not, we should take stickers, cards, something, and we just hand them
Something.
out.
Just merch.
Oh,
Merch it out.
you know what we should do?
What's
we
that?
should try to figure out a way how to sneak water bottles into the place
Okay.
and just put our stickers on it so people get the link to the place, so they get a free water
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
our info on it, and
Okay.
then they figure out how to do that. Now that we exposed how we're gonna sneak the stuff in somehow,
We're gonna have to bleep that out.
bleep it out or come up with a new plan, because
Yeah.
I'm sure people sneak stuff in all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Like,
jaripeo.
Like, you cannot have that many amount of Mexicans. and not
Jaripeo.
have a
It's like
sneak
the
things
Wild
in.
West.
Like, we're if you stop and think about it, we're the people to go to for sneaking stuff in.
Yeah, because we snuck ourselves in here.
Yeah.
We're gonna end it on that note. We're gonna end it on that note. Yo, it's been episode 5. It's your boy O.
It's your boy Bugs.
Thank you for listening, and we're out.
We'll see ya. Peace.